3-2, you guys win the Frosty Mug. Let's talk about the full 60-minute effort. It must have been nice too to see some of the newer additions contribute. Paulocello and Sansa both getting goals and nice ones at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Our best game back from the break, and we needed it in here tonight. Guelph's, defending OUA champions, and they gave us everything they have. They've got a great hockey team, and Daggy's team does a great job in net for them. So nice to get the win, and as you said, nice to get some of those new additions on the scoreboard.
A record-setting crowd for this Frosty Mug in the 7th edition, and it seemed like every hit, every stop, every goal got them riled up. Is it easier to go through games like that when you got 3,000 people cheering behind you?
Oh, absolutely. I know the guys, even during the week, were excited about coming down here and playing in this type of atmosphere. I think they had heard from their buddies and other teams about, the crowds they have down here for this event, and, I think they'd much rather run at 3,000 hostile fans and even 750 at home. So it was a really, really exciting game, great atmosphere for them, and I think we gave the crowd great entertainment.
22 seconds into the contest, the Griffin introduced himself to your goaltender in Peter Delmas. That trend seemed to continue throughout the game. In fact, I think it might have been a little reciprocated by the Mustangs near the end of that contest. A rough game for the goalies. Did you think that was something that just kind of played out with the crowd noise and everybody getting a little more anxious and hyped up?
Certainly I think. And, unfortunately, I was talking. I didn't see the play on Peter until he was a little excited there at the end of it. Good for him to defend himself on something like that from what happened. But, I think the crowd certainly added some juice to the game and some energy. And, I think you could see that. And, I think we took a couple penalties after the whistle, which, I don't like. And, you don't want to take some of the undisciplined penalties of the undisciplined variety, especially in such a close game. It was a playoff atmosphere, and we're going to have to compete like that and play like that if we want to be successful in February and March. So it was overall a very, very good night for us, and obviously, Guelph had a good effort too, and nice to get in the win column again, because I didn't think we played great last weekend.
Delmas stole the glove from Superman or something. He was snagging up laser beams all night. Can you talk further about his performance other than the rough stuff that he got involved?
Oh, he is our best player. And when you play a game like that, you need your goalie to be the best player against one of the top clubs in the country. And Peter was certainly full value for the win, and I think he got first or second star there. So he had a great game for us tonight, and that's what we're going to need down the stretch. Don't remember from great. When you play good teams, you're going to give up some chances, and we need him to be there, and he was there tonight.
Seems like I can't go throughout a post-game interview with you without talking about special teams. The power play, somewhat continuing their trend, but look at the special teams on the penalty kill. Sansa got the game winner on a breakaway.
Yeah, well, we got a power play goal, right? As we talked about winning the special teams battle, and we did. Guelph's one of the best penalty killing teams in the league with the pressure they add. We made a couple adjustments. Unfortunately, we weren't able to put a second one by him, but Rob got that nice first power play goal, and PK was outstanding. David's been working very hard with those guys, and we have a few more bodies we can add back there now to the mix, and gives our penalty killers a little bit of a rest, which is nice. But your goalie's got to be your best penalty killer, and he was tonight.
Best team in the OUA right now, the York Lions, are next on the table for the Mustangs. What does the team have to do from this game to continue that trend in the next one?
Just bring the energy and passion to the game, I think, which is what we did here tonight. It was a great 60-minute effort. We had contributions from everybody throughout the lineup, and that's what we're going to need. We're going to need that right from here all the way through. If we don't get that, we're going to be on the wrong end of the score. But, we're enjoying this one for another hour or so, and then we'll turn our attention to York on the way home.
I'm sure lots of ice bags after that contest, Clark, on both sides in their respective locker rooms. Nothing is a better substitute than a Frosty Mug, I'm sure. But I seen Matt Moranza, unfortunately, joining us in the press box in the third period of play. He left the game early. What's his status?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Matt had an upper body injury last game of the year against Waterloo down at Columbia Icefields there, and it wasn't 100%, but he's a warrior. He wants to play. He wants to be involved, and he took another tough hit there tonight in the first period. So we just decided to be precautionary with it. But we'll get we have Dr. Cogliano and Walsh have a look at it tomorrow and see where he's at for Saturday.
For shots, 32 saves. You guys prevail and win the 7th annual Frosty Mug, but with the 3,000 plus fans at the Sleeman Centre, was that a little extra flavor on that win with the hype around the crowd?
Yeah, well, it felt like kind of like an old junior game that we used to play, or like one of the games that before you come to the CIS, you don't usually get a big fan base like that. So it was good. We knew they were going to be really emotionally invested into the game because it's like playing in front of your whole school. So we just tried to kind of avoid all that stuff, but we didn't do a very good job of that, including myself right off the bat there. And But no, I think we settled down. We just kind of like wanted to play a low-key, good road game, and I thought we did that pretty well.
Let's talk about some of the newer faces to the team that contributed tonight. Policello and Sansa as the goalie.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to watch those guys contribute, especially Sansa? I mean, a short-handed game winner, you can't get sweeter than that.
Yeah, no, it was great to see them contribute because first couple games, I mean, I haven't played a game in a while, so it takes a little while for anyone I've been in that situation as well, so it probably took me the longest out of all those guys. So they all played great tonight, and it was really good to see them get on the score sheet as well because I think they're pretty offensive guys. So.
You brought it up, so I'm going to follow it up. 22 seconds into the game, Robert DeFulvis introduces himself to you, if you will, and throughout the game, it felt like both goalies had a little bit of traffic more than they're used to seeing in their blue paint. As a goalie, does it get you more in the zone? Does it frustrate you? What was going through your head at the hop and then throughout the game as it continued?
Well, I don't know. I just try to focus on my game and just not, like I said, get too emotionally invested when things like that happen. Sometimes they happen, and it's over as soon as the puck drops, and you just try to forget about it.
Final question for you. Your glove hand had several Griffins looking up to the skies for answers tonight. Were you feeling it early, or is it something that you kind of progressed into the game? There was a handful of times where it looked like they had the top corner labeled, and then your mitt just stops it at the last second.
Yeah, I got lucky a couple of times. I put myself out of position, but past 2 weeks, I felt pretty good, and just in practice, and just wanted to have like a really good second half and show the kind of goalie I can be.